What's up, nerds? It's your favorite Blerd. It's your boy Ty.
It's your girl V.
And welcome to our channel, Loves and Comics. Alright guys, so before we get into the House of M review, I do just want to make sure we give you the nerd news and announcements. So I'll be letting you know what new comics are coming out this week that you need to be on the lookout for, okay? So it looks like we have Amazing Spider-Man number 76, Avengers number 49, Batman 89 number 3, Batman The Audio Adventure Special number 1, Batman The Imposter number 1, Black Panther Legends number 1, Untold Story. We're definitely going to be checking that one out for sure. We're going to give you a review on that one.
Yes.
Darkhold Iron Man number 1. Looks like it's a Darkhold tie-in. Eternals Forever number 1. I cannot wait to go see that movie. Looks phenomenal. Immortal Hulk number 50, which is I'm super excited about because it's the final issue of Immortal Hulk, and that whole series has been phenomenal. So I'm really looking forward to that one. So make sure y'all check that one out. It's definitely gonna sell out, I'll tell you that much. We got James Bond Himeros number 1.
I'm looking forward to that one because I really like James Bond.
Okay, yeah, we'll definitely check that one out too. We'll give y'all a review. Yeah. We got Star Trek Mirror War number 1, Star Wars Dr. Aphra, that is Dr. Aphra number 15, which is a War of Bounty Hunters tie-in. Star Wars High Republic Trail of Shadows number 1, Star Wars War of Bounty Hunters number 5, so that's the last issue of that mini-series right there. Strange Adventures number 12, which is the big finale for Strange Adventures. So anybody who's been reading Strange Adventures, it's finally coming to a close for you. I know that they've taken years, it seems like, to finish this series, so I'm excited for you guys who've been reading it. Titans United number 2, Wonder Woman Adventures of Young Diana Special number 1, World of Darkness, Crimson Thaw number 1, X-Force number 24, X-Men number 4. So those are the comics that are coming out this week that you need to be on the lookout for. And then we also have a con coming up really soon.
So yes, we actually do have VoltCon coming up pretty soon. I'm going to go ahead and post the flyer here. It's going to be between October 23rd to October 24th. It's going to be on voltcon.org. So I will go ahead and link that down in the description box below. For those of our new Blerds who don't really know what VoltCon is, it's actually a celebration of 80s cartoons and collectibles, and it's featuring a tribute to Voltron.
So it's pretty dope. It's super dope. And I actually went to VoltCon for the first time last year, I believe, if I'm not, that was last year, wasn't it? I think it was last year.
Yeah, I think it was last year.
Yeah, I actually went to VoltCon for the first time. Shout out to Comic Carnival. I was there helping them out at the booth. And they actually had, I can't remember his name. I could find him on Instagram. I'll definitely link his Instagram down there. But he actually created his own Voltron video game. And he held a contest and a tournament for people to kind of compete, and see who can have like the highest score in it. So unfortunately, I wasn't there for the tournament, so I was the underdog who came in on the last day and just destroyed the highest score. So whoever had the highest score for that, I just want you to know I beat you. But it's okay. It's okay. He gave me a shout out on Instagram.
Not being humble over here.
No, it's enough for that. Life is too short. Life is too short. But it was fun. It was a super fun game. Shout out to him.
And shout out to everybody that actually played.
Yeah.
And let us know if you were one of the people who played the game. Let us know, what you think about it, and drop a comment down in the comment section.
Yeah, unfortunately, he won't actually be able to release that game because it has like all the Voltron characters in it, so it'd be copyright issues.
Oh,
okay. But it was he just made like a little demo and was just like, this is the Voltron game that people actually want. It was like a slasher type game, but super fun. Hopefully, the company does come out with a Voltron game like that at some point.
Or hopefully they just pick up his game.
I was gonna say, if they do, hopefully they do, and y'all treat him well and compensate him, because that was a super fun game. So yeah, guys, make sure you go check out VoltCon, and also Comic-Con is coming up this month as well. So I want to make sure we mention that. Like I said, shout out to Comic Carnival. We will be there tabling at Comic-Con, so make sure y'all slide through Indianapolis, Indiana, Convention Center. Just stop through, say what's up. It is what it is. We're gonna have some fun. All right, guys. So today what we'll be discussing is House of M. We'll be doing a solid, quick little review. This will be part 1. Yes. We'll just, kind of cover like half of it up to the point that we're at now for it. So we'll do a review of the trade paperback of House of M. But before we get into that, what they need to do.
What y'all need to do is go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up.
Smash the like button.
Then go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Subscribe.
Turn on your post notification bell so that way you guys are notified each and every time we post.
Ding ding.
Join the Blerd gang. We'd love to have you. And so we're gonna go ahead and get right into the video.
All right, so just to give you a quick explanation of what's going on currently. So it actually starts off crazy. It starts off with pretty much the Avengers and X-Men pretty much saying, yo, we gotta kill the Scarlet Witch. Like, we gotta take her, we gotta get her out of here. She's too strong. So apparently there was an event where she
killed the old Avengers.
Yeah.
Or not all of them, but like some of them.
Yeah.
Which I was like, as for me, I like started reading it and then just out the gate, they're just like, she pretty much killed part of like the old Avengers. And I'm just like,
yeah, y'all gotta understand too, like she's kind of still breaking into the comic world a little bit. So all of this is like,
yeah, so it's new to me.
It's a lot for her. It's a lot going on.
Because at first it was just like, okay, so she's in there like birthing her babies, and then all of a sudden Charles comes in and is just like, cut that out. He's just like, nah. He's just like, go ahead and put the world back where it's supposed to be. And I'm like, wait, what? And then so like they're going back and forth in her little, I guess, what do you call it? Like when she creates in her own little world, pretty much. And so she finally like cuts it out, and then it's just like, I killed them, Charles.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, wild. Kill who? And then she said that she killed part of the old Avengers. And I was like, what?
Yeah, it's wild. It's for real wild. So it pretty much starts off like that with them saying that they need to take her out. Then it goes into a part where Wolverine kind of like, you could say that he pretty much wakes up to reality, to what's really going on. Like he knows that something is weird. So you know how Wolverine is. Hey, they need to make a movie with this. I want to see Hugh Jackman do it. I don't care. They need to make a movie with this because Wolverine is a savage in this. Yeah, like he was on a savage mission, savage mode. Like it was dope.
He was just like, forget everything. She gotta go.
Elbowing people in the nose, like
for real.
Yeah, so when he came to his senses and started to understand it, he just knew that something was just weird. So it was just dope to see him try to like piece everything together and break away from, because I think he was like the leader of S.H.I.E.L.D. at this point in this fake, false world. So now we're up to the point where it's this little girl that pretty much gives everybody back like their consciousness of like what really happened, and it's helping them wake back up into reality. Is that pretty much what it is?
Well, what happened was, so pretty much, it's kind of like a combination of the two, Emma and, the little girl, and Emma kind of actually helps her tap more into her powers.
She kind of amplifies her powers.
Yeah, so she kind of uses the little girl to help all the other members in their little like group tap back into their memories.
All the X-Men and Avengers.
Yeah, X-Men, Avengers, anybody who was involved originally. Yeah. She pretty much, you'll see where they're just pretty much saying the people's names, and it's snapping everyone out of this dream state that they're caught up in.
It's like it's really a matrix. It's like they're all stuck in a false reality, and this little girl, with the help of Emma, is waking people up back into reality. So it's real wild. Yeah. And I think this goes into our next point, talking about the characters that stand out to us. I think the deepest part of this is when Spider-Man gets all his memories back, and they give you just flashbacks of like everybody he's lost, like the villains he's fought, like everything that he's just been through in his life as Peter Parker. Like, it's pretty
And when he snaps
insane.
back into reality and pretty much
You feel that.
you feel that. Like,
feel it.
because he's looking around like
Yeah.
all these people are here, but they're supposed to be dead.
Yeah.
Like,
So imagine you living life, you living everything. It's everything that you dreamed of.
and you've
then,
lost people.
Well, just imagine you just walking around and, you know, like imagine
All of your dreams pretty much
your dreams are
your
true.
reality.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you get your memories back and you're like, your wife is actually supposed to be dead. So whoever you with, that's not
And
even
your
like your wife.
Uncle
Like, yeah.
and your aunt.
Yeah.
Like,
It's crazy. It's
you're
crazy.
not even technically supposed to have a child. Like,
Yeah. I think that's the
all that just
yeah.
hitting you at once. Like,
I think that's
freaking nuts.
the biggest part that stood out to me. I think
Man.
that's the biggest part. That part
I got
really,
emotional. I'm not even gonna lie.
It's hard. You're not
I was
human
just
if you
like,
don't.
Bruh,
You're
like,
not
'cause-
human. If you don't, you're not human. I don't care what
Oh my
nobody
gosh.
says.
No, you're not.
You're not.
Like, if you have no emotions towards that moment, like,
Who are
you?
This is why we married. That's
Exactly.
exactly why. But the other part that really stood out, like I said, is just Wolverine just on a savage mode to try to get to the bottom of what's going on. And it's dope seeing, you know, Luke Cage, you know, like he's all here. He's got his little, dreads or braids or whatever
his
he
little
got going on. His
braids.
little braids, you know, they had Misty Knight in there with him.
For a short period of time.
Yeah, I was about to say, even that part that's crazy too, because when there's a part in here where he gets into, they kidnap Wolverine? Not kidnap him, but like they grab him and bring him back to Hawkeye
Yeah.
shoots him, right?
So Hawkeye pretty much grabbed him, like they pretty much told him to go ahead and get him and bring him back to their little
Like lair
or
hideout.
hideout or whatever. And so when he comes back there to their hideout, he's just like, well, man, if you was gonna bring me back here, you should have just went ahead and shot me anyway.
Right.
And then so Hawkeye just gets pissed and just pops him with the arrow and knocks Wolverine out.
I don't care how many times this happens in a Wolverine story, it's always dope to see how people react when he gets back up.
All right. And so he's just like knocked out, and then so as soon as he starts getting back up, people are like, oh my god,
Like,
you're still alive?
the girl in the back was like, guys,
guys,
why is he?
he's getting up.
He's getting up.
Somebody.
Something. Do
like,
something.
do something.
So that
So
part
that
was
was funny.
dope. That was
Yeah.
funny. That was dope. And then also the part where even that whole little part right there, like Wolverine is, he's there for like a minute.
Before all
Hell breaks loose.
HE double hockey sticks break loose. Let's just put it like
It's ridiculous. He was not there that long, but before Shield, found where he was
that.
at.
Busted in.
And Shield is actually using Sentinels in this story, so it's kind of
Yeah.
this story is crazy. Like it's
And then
it's
when they
wild.
got their memories back,
yeah,
man,
yeah,
especially Mystique.
yeah,
When she got her memories back, man, that girl almost went nuts.
it's wild.
But
It's for real crazy. And then there was a part that was actually pretty funny that she really liked with was it Emma and Scott?
oh yeah, when they finally got their memories back, they were just like, why are we married?
Like, what is this?
How did that, how is this like our dream world? Like
Right.
they were so confused, but it was so hilarious because it's just like y'all probably been married for a grip, and then y'all finally get your memories back, and it's just like, what?
Yeah.
But that was funny to
That's
me.
wild.
It was nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But so
I'm really
far-
enjoying it so far though.
So far it's good. So
Even
far,
though it's lengthy.
Yeah, so far it's good. It is a lot of dialogue, but it's a lot
Mm-hmm.
to unpack in this story. So up to where we at right now, we think it's pretty decent. So what we're going to start doing, going forward is rating the story and the artwork. So when it comes to comic books, we all know that in order to pull the reader into the story, the artwork has to make sense for what you're doing, and
Right.
that's all part of the story, you know, like it's all like comic books it's a visual story. So it's like if the artwork isn't good or it doesn't stand out to you, you're probably not gonna enjoy it, you know, and that's all subjective to everybody. What I might think is good artwork, she might not. What she thinks is good, I might not like it. So it's subjective. So keep that in mind when we give our ratings, you know, for these stories. So real quick, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna rate this story out of 5 hearts. We're adorable. We're cute. I know. So, out of 5 hearts, right now, what would you rate it? Up to this point, right now.
I mean, I guess I'd have to just like include everything that like has happened so far and just like how I felt about it. Like, it's like I'd like to give it a 3, but then I also want to give it like a 4, just on the basis of like it was like very confusing at first for me, to be honest. It was kind of like really all over the place. So it's just like for someone like me, for something to be all over the place, it quickly deters me from even continuing to read it, because I'm just like it's not making any sense. Like none of this is like really adding up. But as I continue reading it, it started to connect once Wolverine kind of pulled himself out of all of that, because that's pretty much what it was.
That's where the
like
story
he
like
pretty
starts.
much just snapped himself out of all of that, because he's just like, man, this stuff ain't real. And so once that happened, and then they started like kind of like getting everything together, then that's when I started enjoying it more. So from that perspective, I think I'd probably give it like a 3.5.
I think that's fair.
I wouldn't give it a full 4. It's 3.5. Yeah.
I agree with her. I'll give it a 3.5. I'll give it a 3. I would say 4, but I think 3.5 is fair, you know, because like she said, even as somebody who's familiar with these characters in the Marvel universe, I mean, when this story kind of starting out is definitely more on the confusing side.
It's kind of hard to get into.
And that's just simply because it's a lot going on, and I know what he was trying to do. He's just trying to say, hey, this is what's happening. And I get that, and I rock with it. This is really for the Marvel fan, and I understand that. But I do feel like there are some things that could have been a little bit smoother in the beginning. Especially, I feel like whenever you are creating a comic book, you should always keep the new reader in mind. That's just me. But then again, it just depends on the story, you know. But I think a 3.5 out of 5 hearts is fair. So we're gonna give this a 3.5. So yeah, as far as the art, there were it's a lot of people involved when it comes to the artwork for this
Rightfully
story.
so.
Yeah, so we don't want to just shout out one person. Just as far as the artwork for House of M so far,
The art team,
we can just say it like that.
Yeah.
I personally would go ahead and just give this a 4 at least. I would say a 4. What would you say?
Just seeing just like, you know, the smallest details and how those kind of like play a part in the comic.
Yeah.
I'd have to give it a 4.5. I definitely feel like they really paid attention to detail. It's not going to be like a full 5 for me, unfortunately, but a 4.5 is definitely what I would rate it.
All right. Well, I think we can see some common ground right there. So, hey, we're going to give it a 4.5 out of 5 hearts. That's what we're going to do for this one, all right? All right, you guys. So, that's it for today. But before we close out, again, what do they need to do?
Give us a huge thumbs
Come on
up.
now, help us out.
Because we know that you had to enjoy today's video.
Help us out.
I mean, we're getting into new content.
Come on.
If you want to see more of it, definitely feel free to give us a huge thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and join the rest of the Blerd gang, because we having fun over here. You know what I mean? And we'd love to have you. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on your notification bells, so that way you're notified each and every time we post. And also another thing that I just saw, hit the all, so that way every single post that we do, you will immediately be notified. If you don't do that, it may not give you all of our notifications, and we want to make sure that you're seeing every single video that we post or any type of content that we may give to you guys.
Facts.
So definitely do that. And join the Blerd gang.
Join the Blerd gang, y'all. Hit them with the dance. Hit the dance.
Hit them with the dance.
Gotta touch
Hit 'em with
shoulders.
woo.
All right, you guys. So that concludes this episode of Loves and Comics. Again, it's your boy Ty,
It's your girl V.
and it's all love
From us to you. 1, 2, 3.
What's up, nerds? It's your favorite Blerds. It's your boy Ty,
It's your girl V.
and welcome to our channel,
Loves and Comics.
Let's do it one more time. That was hard.
Yeah.
Yo, I love the energy, yo. You gotta include this in the at the end for a blooper, yo. That's funny. Like, did y'all see that? I'm V.
Oh, ninja assassin hat. Daggers.
Oh man, I love this
All right.
woman. I love you.